Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a totally new kind of digital CEO. I'm talking about someone who's built an entire business empire right from her apartment. And her story might just change how you think about what a modern career can even look like.
Okay, so most business stories, they start at the beginning, right? Well, we're going to flip that. We're starting at the end, with the results. And honestly, they're pretty staggering. So who is this digital entrepreneur? Who is this person who seems to have completely mastered the game and is quietly building a fortune from behind a screen?
Get ready for this. That's her estimated top-end income per month. And let's be really clear here. This isn't some company's revenue. Nope. This is the personal earning power of one single person. That kind of income, it just changes everything.
And look, if that number wasn't already wild enough, get this. She's only 22 years old, and she's doing all of this from Istanbul. This is not a Silicon Valley story. This is a story about global digital opportunity, and it's happening right now.
Her name is Odyse, and at her core, she's a content creator, but she's also so much more. She has strategically built a digital business with a combined audience of over 150,000 people. So the big question is, how on earth did she build this empire?
Well, her success is absolutely not an accident. It's a very carefully constructed ecosystem. So let's map it out, starting with where she even finds her audience in the first place. I want you to think of this as her network of free storefronts. These are all the places she grabs attention and builds a community before she ever asks for a single dollar. And you can see it right there. Her main engine is definitely X, what we used to call Twitter, which is bringing in a massive 43,000 followers.
And her strategy here is just brilliant. You see, she uses Instagram as her clean, public-facing storefront, for lifestyle and fashion content. But X is the real powerhouse. That's where she's more direct, where she uses humor, and where she builds the kinds of real relationships that pull people deeper into her world.
And this is where all that free attention gets turned into paying customers. She has two main platforms for this. OnlyFans is her #1 moneymaker with almost 750 paying subscribers. But then Fansly provides a really strong second revenue stream. It's a super smart, diversified model.
All right, so we've seen where she operates. Now let's dig into how that all translates into actual income. Let's look at the real mechanics of her revenue.
Okay, so here's the math. Her core income, that's coming from OnlyFans subscriptions, pulling in over $7,000 a month. But the real key, what makes it all work, is the diversification. You've got tips, a whole second subscription platform, and even video calls. They all add these significant layers, building her total up to that crazy impressive 5-figure monthly sum.
Now, to really put her success into perspective, just look at this. When you compare her estimated monthly income to the average salary in her own country, well, the difference is just mind-blowing. She isn't just earning a good living. She's operating on a completely different financial planet.
The source material really puts it perfectly. This isn't just some side hustle that happened to take off. No, this is a meticulously executed business plan that is, by any measure you can think of, absolutely crushing it.
So you have to wonder, with thousands of creators out there, what makes her model so incredibly effective? It's not magic. It really comes down to a clear, winning formula. Her entire strategy, her whole business, really rests on these 4 key pillars. So let's break down exactly why each one is so powerful. First up, her ability to speak multiple languages isn't just a cool skill. It is a massive business advantage. By speaking Turkish, English, and French, she instantly triples her potential market. She's tapping into audiences in North America, Europe, and the Middle East that her English-only competitors literally cannot reach. It's a huge deal. Second, in a world that is so full of polished perfection, her authenticity is a superpower. I mean, she shares her mistakes. She even talks about her lazy days. This builds a deep, deep level of trust. And in the creator economy, let me tell you, trust is the currency that turns a casual follower into a loyal, paying subscriber.
Pillar number 3 is this powerful promise she makes. She replies to every single message. Think about that. This simple act turns what could be a generic subscription into a genuine personal connection. You pair that with our 4th pillar, daily content consistency, and it makes subscribers feel seen and valued, which is the absolute key to keeping them around for the long haul.
So what's the big picture here? What does a case study like Odyse's really tell us about the future of work? And maybe even about modern entrepreneurship itself?
Well, this final scorecard from the source really says it all. She scores a 9.5 out of 10 for communication and a 9 for business acumen. This just confirms what we've been talking about. Her success is not an accident. It's the result of executing a really smart strategy at an incredibly high level.
So I think the ultimate takeaway here is that Odyse's story provides a whole new blueprint for building wealth. It proves that success is no longer just about a college degree or climbing some corporate ladder. It's about building an audience, fostering a genuine connection, and executing a smart digital strategy.
Which, of course, leaves us with one final question to think about. As this creator economy continues to explode, are we looking at the new blueprint for what it actually means to be an entrepreneur in the 21st century?